Are you ready for the best money piece foliage technique out there? Yeah, I'm gonna show you today, but don't tell anyone else. Or maybe tell everyone, because this is the easiest way to do the money piece with the highest impact. Like, check out these results. Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna share with you my toner that I used on her too, but you can do this on blondes, brunettes, whoever. So let's dive into the tutorial. You are going to love this because it is going to make the money piece so simple for you. You're never gonna wanna use any other technique ever again. Hey, I'm Dawn Bradley, and you are in the best place for students, stylists, and salon owners. I can't wait to dish out everything I've learned over the past 2 decades in the beauty industry. I'm dishing all my secrets, all my tips and tricks and workarounds to give you the best results without the trial and error. So let's dive into this money piece tutorial. All right, here is her before, and you're definitely going to want to stick around till the end of this video because I am sharing with you my tip to make that money piece blend so it's not big and chunky, and I mean, you're going to love it. So there's a little teaser, but here's the before. Her hair was grown out long, and I can't wait to show you how we make this money piece pop. Plus, we're doing it with red, so I'm going to give you my toner at the end. But here I am using a combination of the Blacklight Balayage Clay Lightener with 40 Vol, and then for the foils, I am using the Blacklight Cool Toned Blonde Lightener with 10 Vol. So those are the 2 different ones I mixed up, and you're going to see how these combined together is going to give you the best money piece and super quick. So here I am first sectioning out where her hair goes. Now with Elena, who actually works in my company and is like I don't know. I was going to try and think of some fun analogy. She's so amazing. So give her props. But here we go. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Here, I always find out she parts her hair many different ways. So we want to make sure that the money piece works for every way she parts her hair. So I am starting around the hairline. She's got, I don't want to say she has a widow's peak, but it does come to the front there. So you can see I'm taking a section on the side. I'm keeping it super fine. I would rather work in a bunch of little sections than too big of sections there. I fold my foil backward. I'm super curious. I like to ask this question. Leave in the comments. Do you fold your foil back or forward? I fold it back. That way I can readjust if it slips at all and I need to tighten it. But there I'm using the Oligo Cool Toned Blonde with 10 Vol in the front because it's low and slow. This one's going to be in there the longest. I'm folding upward. I'm not touching her ends because they're already pre-lightened. And I'm going to anchor this foil in, there you go, with the end of my pintail comb to keep it nice and secure. Then I'm going to take the next section here. Oh, there's my nice elbow, dry, need some lotion on it. And once again, you can see where her hair kind of parts, where the hair falls there. The reason why I'm going kind of perpendicular to the part, you've probably heard me say that before if you watched any of my other videos, and is I want to make sure that money piece falls on both sides of the part really well. Using my Framar foils, which I freaking love. And you can see here I use the end of my comb to kind of push the foil up closer to the root because I do want to get the money piece nice and close to the root, even though I'm going to show you at the end of this video what I use to blend it so it doesn't look like it's has a huge line of demarcation at the end. So there I am feathering it into the pre-lightened stuff, getting nice and close, making sure my lightener is nice and thick. This is so important when doing the money piece. You don't want spotty bits. I mean, we're not immune to that. I will be the first to say 20 years into this industry, and there's still times that hair surprises me or I go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I know better. So slowing down to speed up is huge, as cliche as that sounds. So I'm going back to back here too. I'm not leaving any sections out. Oh my goodness. I mean, I love this new camera, but it's really showing off my elbow for you today. But there you can see the next section, nice and thin. I always want to be able to see through these sections. I would like I said, I'd rather go back to back than take a big chunky one because the thicker the section is, the harder it's going to be for the hair to lift, and you might get kind of that orangey look to it. Do you know what I mean? Like when you take through too thick of a section and it doesn't quite lift. So we're isolating the hair better. We're going to get better lift out of it. I mean, the fact that I can use 10 Vol and get her as light when she's like a natural level 2 or 3 is amazing. So it's all about, I don't want to say the word precision because I feel like it's overused in our industry, but just kind of slowing down and thinking what's going to be best. How can I isolate this hair more? The finer the sections, the more lift you're going to get, and the more incubated it's going to be. So this is my third back to back here. I love these Framar foils, FYI. We'll see if I can link to them down below. As I'm saying that, I don't know if I can, but I mean, if you're in the hair industry, you likely know what Framar is, and they've got the best foils. I love them. The pop-ups are so easy. So here I'm going on to my 4th back-to-back. I'm keeping it real time for you, except I just cut out there because I changed the camera angle. I want you to see up above. And like I said, I fold my foil back. It's already pre-folded for me. I love folding them back because I can then go and lift it up afterwards, pushing the foil up to the root there, using my comb to push it nice. That's my trick that's a trick I learned from a coworker like back in the day, and I wish I knew who it was. To get the foil nice and tight to the root is to push it up with the pintail end of your comb. I just went off on a trail of thought and forgot what I was saying before. But 4 back-to-back here, and keeping it isolated. Oh, you can see there that way when I'm just pulling the foil up a little bit when it's folded back. Now, I'm not saying there's a right or wrong. I mean, I love seeing in the comments, do you fold your foil backward or forward? Because it's all different. But the reason why I like backward is so that, I mean, if I need to go back and push it up, I can. So there you can see I just kind of got them out of her face. The client experience is so important, so important. And if you didn't know, I teach a lot about client experience and the business side of things. You can go check out, I'll link below to my website. I've got tons of blog posts, and things like that, all about customer service. I have my client building bundle, which is going to help you attract only the perfect clientele. I'll leave that link below as well in the description. You're definitely want to check it out because talent and skill is important and so important, and we've got it, but knowing how to give excellent customer service and create an environment that clients are like, become like lifelong raving fans, and you actually like weed out the clients who aren't right for you. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I mean, I see comments on YouTube all the time of being like, this is great. Like, how do I get clients who want this? Or my clients would never want this. I'm going to teach you how to attract the right clients so that you can do the stuff that you love doing and you're not stuck doing services that you don't enjoy. So go check out the client building bundle if you either need to grow your clientele or you're looking to revamp your clientele into people who want the services that you love giving. Okay, that was the 5th one back to back. Ooh, look at that. Now I'm going into this next section. And the important thing about the money piece is the difference between a really successful, good money piece and bleached bangs, we'll call it. I mean, I know the 90s are coming back, is a little bit of a blend into the rest of the hair. So you can see here, I am taking this section here, and now I'm going to weave this last one just to create a little softness so it doesn't look so harsh and it doesn't look like a big chunk. Now, I mean, I know the chunks are coming back, but I truly believe the trend is chunky with some softness. Oh, sorry, my throat. Okay, I just had a cough attack and I'm back. So I just want to let you guys know that, you know how sometimes you're like, well, I'm doing it the way they say, but it's just not turning out the same way. I mean, there's only so much I can put into these videos, but I want to make sure that you really see this part right here, is that if you weave this last section of the money piece, it's going to take that edge off a little bit. It's still going to be bold, but it's going to have that blend, which is going to give your client more longevity and a little bit more softness to them for that like everyday professional client that wants to have fun hair that pops, but maybe doesn't want to go super, super trendy. Now, here's where it gets really fun. This is actually part of the money piece that not everybody is talking about or recognizing. And I'm not doing foils here because with the clay lightener, you actually get more blend and more softness. So I wanted the part in the front when her hair's down to have that bright pop. And I'm going to show you how I actually like blend in the demarcation from the foils. But with the Balayage Open Air Clay Lightener, oh, and there I'm just going on my phone there for a second while I'm doing her hair. But this gives me a chance here. With the Balayage Clay Lightener, it actually gives you a softness. And I don't know if you know, but I'm giving you a week's free access to my Hair Painting Outside the Lines course. It's regularly $197 and I'm giving you 7 days for free. So definitely go check out that link below. Okay, so you can see using foils in the front for the pop, then coming here to do the open air balayage. And this is still part of the money piece because the thing is like the money piece has to blend in with the rest of the hair. I mean, maybe this is just my opinion, but I really think there's a difference between money piece and bleach bangs. And this is it. And this is going to give you your clients, this is going to take you up that level. and wow your clients, rather than them being like, well, this just looks like a big chunk and it doesn't really look like the Pinterest hair. And this actually doesn't take long. So I'm not going to, you'll see by the end of this that I'm not like refreshing all of her hair, because it still looks really good. And lots of times just zhuzhing up, I hate the word zhuzh, but I keep using it, bringing this blend in with the rest of the hair and doing this quick service makes it look like you did the whole thing. So here I'm going into this section here, and I'm taking, I call it my angle parking placement. I don't know why, it's the only thing that my brain makes up, but you can kind of see it's on an angle to the part. And I'm just blending in so that there is a nice angled line from that money piece down to the back of the crown. So I don't want it to look like a step where it's like the money piece is at the front and then there's nothing. I want it to have kind of like a connection, a diagonal line connection to the rootedness in the back all the way to the root in the front where the money piece is. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if this is making sense to you. I mean, sometimes I really struggle if you didn't know, and welcome to my world, I have ADHD and communication is hard for me sometimes. And so it makes sense in my head. And I mean, a lot of times us creatives, I feel like you're getting me. But if you do have any questions, leave the comments down below. So you can see taking that angle section, and I'm not worrying about how big of the section is because I'm not fully, I'm just doing surface painting, so I'm not fully saturating through the ends. So I want you to see how the section is around the side. Now you can see I already did the other side of the part like I did up front. So there's 5 foils on each side of her, or not of her part, because I went in between the part, but I went, because she parts her hair on the side. Wow, see, I don't make much sense. I wanted to make sure that bold piece can go if she flips her hair either way. So there is actually 2 sections of 5 back-to-back foils, but I wanted you to see around the hairline how I go. So because her money piece is right up to the scalp, you can see here with the clay lightener right around the front there, I go right close to the scalp and then I angle back. So dropping it back to create that shadow, to create that diagonal, to give that money piece a pop. But the difference between like I don't know why slap in the face, first thing that comes in my head, but you don't want it to be like, whoa, like you bleached the front of your hair. You want it to be like, oh wow, that is really beautiful. And having the connection is that really important piece. You want it to have that connection between the root in the back and the bold piece in the front. And that's what a successful money piece looks like. And that's why this is the best way to do the money piece. So you can see there around the hairline going nice and close. I almost wish I could like record me pointing with my mouse so you could see that. I'm going to look into that. I feel like that would be really helpful. So I can like, highlight what I'm talking about. And then that angle parking again, I mean, tell me if you think isn't that the best way, like angle parking placement? I mean, I'm not good with catchphrases or clever names. So they're always angling back. I'm not fully saturating the ends. It's just staying on the surface to tie that in. I mean, I know I'm repeating myself, but I know I have to see things multiple ways and different ways to really have it sink in. But I want you just to kind of see on this side how this sectioning works. So I'm just going to let you enjoy it for a minute. Okay, so here I'm just going to tie in the back. Once again, this isn't a full head. This isn't even a half head. You could apply this, I mean, I would say in under 20 minutes on the hair for sure. Obviously, this I've slowed it down to show you and explain it to you, but it shouldn't take long at all. So here I am, I'm taking this triangle shaped section. You might want to go check out some of my other videos about balayage and open air clay lightener, because I have ones more in depth about sectioning and application. You can go check them out. But here I'm just blending on the top, going through and kind of tying everything in. So it's not going to take a long time. And this is a great like in-between appointment. So most of my clients that I see about once a year get like a full head refresh, and then 1 or 2 other times a year get kind of like this touch-up maintenance kind of appointment that can have it makes it look like it's like all over refreshed, which is great. And so I know a lot of people, oh, there's my elbow, just really nice in there. A lot of people ask me, well, Dawn, I don't want my clients only come in like two or three times a year. Like, I'm going to lose money. That's why you need to be charging for these services a premium price. Now, I know if that scares the poop out of you, I feel you. So raising your prices is scary, but when you're able to communicate clearly with your clients, it actually is going to save them not only time because they don't have to come in as much, but money in the long run, and their hair is going to look better longer. Then they get it. And so I actually have a free resource for you. It's linked down below. It's called Raise Your Prices, Not Your Anxiety. It's a free mini series for you. It's under 20 minutes long. Go grab it. It's going to help you figure out your prices. It's going to help you make sure that you're taking enough money home, because I mean, we all have that number that we're scared to charge. I mean, pop it in the comments. Let me know, what's that number that you do not like charging over? For me, I didn't like charging over $200 for the longest time. I hate it. And so if people bought product and it went over 200, I would like dock money off my services. It was this weird mental block. And yet I had no idea how much money was going to my business to pay its bills and how much money I actually took home. And I actually did this exercise with one of my students recently, and she's fully booked months out in advance. And we went through the mini series together, and it turns out she was only paying herself $8 an hour. And yet she thought she was scared to raise her prices because she's like, well, I don't want to charge my clients too much. So if you've gotten that fear, or you're not sure, it's going to help you figure out what you should be charging. Make sure you're paying yourself enough. It's really easy. It's for us stylists that don't like that business side. Plus, I give you a script and template on how to tell your clients that your prices are going up, so it doesn't freak them out or you don't lose a bunch of clients with it. So go check out the Raise Your Prices, Not Your Anxiety mini series down below, or go to dawnbradley.com/prices. All right, now that I'm done that spiel to help you with this, I want to show you what I toned her hair with. So we started with doing 7cc and the pastel peach, and then we went on to the Cleopatra from Pulp Riot to give her nice red balayage. Wow. Here's me at the sink rinsing it out, and soon so I put this all on first, and then I shadow rooted the money piece at the end. I didn't have to shadow root the rest because with clay lightener, you actually build in that blend, and that's why I want you to go check out the hair painting outside the lines. Look at that lift from Tenval. Isn't that amazing? So I can't wait for you to see the end. I mean, I know you saw a sneak preview at the beginning of this video, but here I am putting the Shades EQ first. So I kind of fill it first, but I wanted to make sure it's nice and bright. So that 7cc in Shades EQ with a little bit of the peach to give it that red hue. And I'm just going to shut up for a second and let you enjoy this. Okay, so as us hairstylists do, as I was testing out the color we wanted, I wanted a little bit more like coppery. So I used the Cleopatra and the Pravana Vivids Neon Orange I had in my cupboard. I mean, I'm always using stuff that's sitting around. I mixed the two together, the Pulp Riot Cleopatra, and you can see I was testing out a bunch of different shades. And then I went and applied it all on her hair there. Love it. So I went thoroughly through that, and then afterwards I shadow rooted the money piece. And my trick is what I use. So Elena's hair is quite dark. It's about a level 2-3 naturally. And what I see a lot of people doing with shadow roots is not going dark enough with their shadow root color because it's such a big jump. Now, I mean, I even do this trick on hair that's like that we're keeping the highlights that we're keeping light, because I want to bridge the gap once again from their natural to their light. And sometimes if you use too light of a shadow root, I mean, it's a demi-permanent that I'm using, and I'm using Shades EQ, so it's going to be translucent. If you go too light, it doesn't really blend very well. So I'm going to show you here right away my secret formula that's super basic. I'm going to kind of blow you away, but you're going to see in the end result how blended it is. I actually have another video that I'll link right here to show you that I also used the 3N, and we actually toned the highlights with 9V, but we
oh, I just told you the formula before I showed it. I was trying to leave it a big surprise and it just came out of my mouth. Well, maybe you didn't hear it, but like I said, I will, there's that other video to show you where I used the shadow root trick. Oh my goodness. Of course it's me to spoil it. Okay, here it is, 3N. If you didn't hear that before, I use a 3N in shades. I'm also using Salon Scale. If you haven't heard about it, once again, check it out down below. But look at that blend. Look at that money piece. It's nice and bright around the face, popping, that angle. But you can't tell that it doesn't look like a line of demarcation because that 3N shadow root makes such a big difference. It's gonna grow soft and blended. I mean, she's got the nice bright around her face, but it blends around everything. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it so much. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you'll try it. Which bits of this video did you like the most? What do you have questions about? I mean, I am an open book and I'm here to help you have the most successful business ever, whether it be through your technique work or your business. So go ahead and check out all the links below and we'll see you here next time for my next video.
Honestly, what did you think? Do you love it? Did you hate it? I hope you didn't hate it, but I mean, I want to hear it. Constructive criticism is always welcome, as long as you're kind of nice about it, okay? I want to hear from you. Did you like it? Do you want to see more of it? Is there something at a different angle? I make these videos for you. I bring them to you to help you. So it's really important for me to hear back from you. So go ahead and leave me a comment. And before you go anywhere, I think you're really gonna like these videos. So go check them out.